Hi guys, to movie chat and more, part two. Yeah, this is a very random chat tonight. I didn't expect to be here tonight. Yeah, movie chat and more. So, if you want to talk about Halloween ends, if you want to talk about Halloween Kills or Halloween 2018 or any Halloween movie, maybe a Friday the 13th, maybe Freddy, maybe the Supernatural. This is basically off the cuff. Basically off the cuff chat. So you can basically, it's AMA. AMA. Ask me anything. Ask me anything. And we'll see how we go. Like I say, it can be, doesn't necessarily have to be about movies. It can be about the supernatural in general. Ghosts, werewolves, vampires. Let's see how long we go. And if nobody shows up to the chat, then it's bye bye. Well, we'll give it at least half hour. We'll give it at least half hour. And then we'll see how we go. Gonna do what I normally do and chat. Just say hello in the live chat. The live chat is open for you guys and gals who want to chat live right here at Movie Chat More Part 2. My name is Richard. I'm from the UK. Love horror movies. Love the supernatural. And there's there is a supernatural story that I've been meaning to tell in a pre-recorded video. You know, something that happened to me a long time ago. Probably over 30 years ago. But I really want to keep that as a pre-recorded video. But you never know. You never know. If enough people show up and enough people want to hear the story about my supernatural encounter, then maybe I'll do it live. Maybe. Right at the moment, we have no one watching. Type in the main chat. Just gonna type main chat working. Main chat working with a question mark. Just in case you guys are watching, and you can message me through my YouTube and tell me there's something wrong with the stream. And obviously, I will end the stream and start the stream again if there's a problem. There should not be a problem. There should not be a problem. The chat should be open. We'll see how it goes. It's nearly 11:30 p.m. here in the UK. To be totally honest, it's a Friday night. I've had some great support in the past on Friday nights, but I went tonight. I wasn't really expecting much. I mean, a lot of you guys have got better stuff to do on a Friday night than hang out with me, hang out with Richard from Movie Chat More Part 2, yeah? Yeah. So if this stream ends in the next 24 minutes, then we'll start again on another night. There could be and I think there will be a special night coming up right here on Movie Chat and More Part 2. Yeah. Yeah. Packet prawn cocktail crisp. Someone was watching. I saw that, wherever it is. Whoever that was, we had a viewer. I should have just called this video UK guy eating a bag of crisps. There'd have been 10 million people watching me right now. Somebody clicked into the chat and then clicked straight back out again. So away it goes. It's the way it goes. And like I say, I know no one can see this right now because I don't think there's anyone watching. Oh, hello. Flapjack. Hello, Flapjack. Haven't seen you here before, Flapjack. How are you? I can't make out your avatar. Explain to me what your avatar is, Flapjack, if you don't mind. I can't make it out. All right, cool. Quincy Bills, I'm watching Royal Rumble 1993 currently. Great Royal Rumble. Love the 1993 Royal Rumble. Yeah. I still remember the first time I watched that Rumble in 93. It weren't live. I didn't see it live. I was at I think a greyhound track, a greyhound racing track, and they were showing it on the big screen. And that's the first time I saw the 1993 Royal Rumble. Flapjack says it's from 1989 movie Shocker. I should know that. I should know that. My apologies, man. I'm my apologies. I should have known that. I 1980. I've seen the movie. I've seen the movie. I've seen the movie. And the Avatar. Yeah. Quincy Bill says you did a good new haircut. Yeah. Thank you very much. By the way, Quincy, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's long time coming. Had to be done. Had to be done. Thank you very much. Who am I, Elvis? Thank you very much. That's something that's always on the table. Not always, by the way. Not. But that's something that's not on the table. If you want to ask me a question as a celebrity, I will answer the best I can. I am not the best impressionist in the world. Nowhere near it. But I always do my best. If you want to ask me a question as that celebrity, and I will do my best to answer it in the voice of that celebrity. But I'm not great on I'm not great on all that. Yep. Wait. Yep. I'm not great on all celebrity voices. Sorry guys, I'm still trying to get the ratio. That's okay. Quincy Bills, can you do Macho Man? There is a video on my channel where I do Macho Man Randy Savage doing the Dr. Loomis speech from Halloween '78. I'm not great at Savage, Macho Man Randy Savage, but there is a video on my channel. Now, I do the Loomis speech, the Halloween '78 Loomis speech as Savage and Rocky Balboa. Hey guys, where the thumbs up? Where the thumbs up? Where the thumbs down? Come on. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It helps the channel. Come on. Thank you very much. Thank you. Quincy Bell says, can you do a promo? Excuse me. 2, thank you very much. Quincy says, can you do a promo if Charlie Sheen before he enters the Royal Rumble? I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. Okay. Okay, here goes. Here goes. This is Charlie Sheen's promo entering the Royal Rumble. Okay. Mr. Sheen, what are your hopes of winning the Royal Rumble? My hopes are really good. My hopes, I don't have hopes. I don't have hopes. I have determination. A determination. I have a winning determination, and there's nobody who can possibly stop this winning warlock from winning the Royal Rumble. Because I win. I win in every breakfast. I win in every lunch. I win in every dinner. I win in every supper. I win in every Rumble. And this is the first Royal Rumble I've ever been a part of. And I win. I win every time I step inside that ring. I win every time I don't step inside that ring. And this is Sheen time. I'm going to win this thing. I'm going to rid the ring of 29 other celebrities. And I'm going to win. Winning. Hopefully that was okay. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you thank you very much for the suggestion. I appreciate it. Quincy Beatles winning Warlock. Hey Josh. Hey, Josh has joined the chat. All right, mate. All right, Josh. You okay, man? Really good to see you here, Josh. I really appreciate you tuning in. Quincy Bill says that was great. Thank you, Quincy. You're far too kind, but thank you. That was a great suggestion. Charlie Sheen entering the Royal Rumble promo. I love that suggestion. I could have done better. But great suggestion. Josh says, yeah, I'm good. Loving the impressions. Thank you, Josh. Like I said, right near the top of the stream, I'm not an impressionist. I don't claim to be. I never have. I've never claimed to be an impressionist, but if you guys enjoy it, like I've always said, I mean, back on the other channel, Movie Chat and More, this movie channel, Movie Chat and More Part 2. It's always it's my channel, but it's your show. So anything like that you want to enjoy, then yeah, fuck it, you know, man. I'll try any impression, but there has to be a little bit of context. I mean, that was a great one with Charlie Sheen entering the Royal Rumble. I mean, fantastic. And again, Josh, thank you very much for being here. You are such a great supporter a great supporter of the channel. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Elvis. From Town Chris. Oh. Okay. Okay. Can't seem to get the camera. There you go. Josh said, Mr. Bob, Mr. Barber, when do you think Richard will watch Platoon? Okay. Well, I get really sick. If Richard wants to watch Platoon, you gotta watch it. He ain't gonna, I don't know. But I really hope he watches it because it's a great movie, And if you don't watch it real soon, he's gonna miss out, He's gonna mess up. You gotta watch it, but I know he's gonna watch it, Quincy Bill is LOX Max LOL. Max Moon just came out in 1993 Rumble. I forgot about him. LOL. Yep. Max Moon. I remember, I think I remember Max Moon roughly, vaguely. Yeah. In the 1993 Royal Rumble. That was a great Rumble. The name Max Moon rings a bell. But I don't know, Max Moon may be a great wrestler of all time, but I don't remember, Josh says, I just watched Lord of the Rings. Why? What did you do wrong? Start that again. Josh says, I just watched Lord of the Rings for the first time today, and to my surprise, it was a load of bollocks. Yeah. Yeah. Not my cup of tea either, Josh. Josh follows up with, won't be watching the next one. It's funny. It's like with Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, and it's not like reading the index of a book. It with the you open up a book, and you and you get a vague idea of what the book is about. It's like, okay, I may like this, I may not like this. When it comes to movie trailers, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, I see the trailers and I'm like, well, that's all I need to see. This is not for me. I've tried watching. I've tried watching more Harry Potter, and it's not for me. Not for me. Quincy Bill says, "Oh dang, I love Lord of the Rings." Okay, you're talking to Quincy and Josh. Quincy says, "Be right back." No problem, man. I love it when you guys talk to one another in the chat. It builds up a community, and it's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic stuff, man. Talk to each other as much as you like. I encourage that. It builds up the channel, and it builds up the community, like I say. Josh says, "I've been told my whole life it's one of the best movies ever. It's just childish. The storytelling isn't as sophisticated as people make out." So you're talking about Lord of the Rings. Yeah, Josh. I mean, like I say, man. I mean, I've seen enough trailers. I've seen what I need to see, and I know Lord of the Rings is Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, 601 is not for me, So I know where you're coming from, man. Hey, we got a new chat into the chat. Michael W. Kelly. MWK. Michael W. Kelly. Hey, welcome to the chat, my friend. Josh says the difference with Harry Potter is that most people know that it's shite. No one pretends those movies are masterpieces. Josh, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. There are some people, quite a few people out there that do consider, and you know what? My hands are up here, fine, it's fine, it's fine. They consider some of the Harry Potter movies to be the biggest masterpieces of all time. I shit you not, they do. They're not for me, but one thing I do say, and I always say, I don't like Harry Potter. I don't like Lord of the Rings. But if somebody's watching and it's like, why don't you like it? Why don't you, this, that, and the other? Fuck you, this, fuck you, that. Don't ever go. Yeah, it's like, don't have a go at me. It's just my opinion. It's your opinion. Everyone's got a different opinion. But when it comes into the chat section, it's like, fuck you, this, and fuck you, that. I'm like, well, fuck you, man. I don't care. It's my channel. It's your show. I've always said that. But no, to me, Harry Potter is not a classic. But for a lot of people, it is. Wow, wow, great show tonight, guys. Thank you very much. Josh says anything that involves either little wizards waving their waving their wands about, or goblins and elves makes me want to stick my head down the bog and flush. I can't stand those movies either, Josh. I hate them. Hate them. Josh follows up with to each. Yeah, exactly. Josh says to each their own. To each their own. We all have different tastes, and that's great. I don't judge anyone. I mean, no, I don't. I don't judge anyone liking for loving Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. It's just not for me, you know. I mean, like you say, Josh, same here. I'd rather just pop my head down the toilet and flush it than watch a Harry Potter marathon or Lord of the Rings marathon. And I really don't care what some people may think of this, but I really think when it comes to Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, it's it's 6-1. It's 6-1. They're very, very similar. They're not identical, but they're similar. So, in my humble opinion, if you don't enjoy Potter, you're not going to enjoy Rings. And if you don't enjoy Rings, you're not going to enjoy Potter. Josh says, after all, I told you I loved the Batman last stream and you didn't block me. Why would I? So we can all agree to disagree. Exactly. We can. We can. Yep. Josh says, yep. After all, I told you I love the Batman. Just after, yeah. Last stream, and you didn't block me. Nah. Why would I? And so we can all agree to disagree. Yeah, I can't imagine myself ever watching the Batman. I haven't seen Joker yet, even though I know I'm gonna probably love Joker. The Batman, no. No. Michael W. Kelly says best movie in 2022. Whoa, 2022 this year. I haven't actually seen one. Best movie in 20. I'm hoping. That's a great question, by the way, Michael. I can't say best. I can say my favorite, and I'm hoping it's either going to be the new Elvis movie, which is due out in June, the new Elvis movie, or Halloween Ends. Josh says, what is Michael? Josh, what? Michael Keaton, the Batman. Batman, 1989 and 1992. Michael W. Kelly says, best drink in movies. Good question. Great question. Best drink in movies. James Bond Martini or the Big Lebowski White Russians. I'm gonna have to go for martini. Actually, no, I'll take that back. I'll take that back. I never tasted either, so I don't know. I said Bond because Bond is cool, and I don't know. Just as fans of Lord of the Rings would say it's more mature than Harry Potter, but nah. Are they? Yeah, yes. I mean, I Josh, and yeah, I've come across that. It's like you don't like Harry Potter, but you may like Lord of the Rings. And you know what? Maybe not for me. So I know where you're going from, Josh. They will say it's more mature than Harry Potter, but for me, it's the same crap. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean, Josh. I'm back. Josh says, no, I asked. Okay, no, I asked, is Michael, meaning what's the best movie of 2022? All right, okay. My apologies, I did not know. I did not know you guys were talking to one another about that. So I'm sorry about that. My apologies. Josh says the Batman was better than Joker. Wow. Joker isn't very rewatchable. Maybe not, but I got a funny feeling I'm going to enjoy Joker more than the Batman. I don't think I'm ever even going to watch the Batman. But that's just me being honest, you know. I'm not gonna come on here on Movie Chat More Part 2 and lie. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get around to watching the Batman. Because when I found out who was playing the Batman, that was me. I'm out. I'm out. I'm not watching Robert Pattinson as the Batman. I'm out. I don't care about the movie. I want to care about the movie. I want to care about the movie. But I don't. I do care about Joker. Okay, we got a few chats here. It's great stuff, guys. Keep them coming. Josh says, I know you didn't like the casting of Batman, but I really don't think you'll like Joker either. Well, we'll see. I will watch Joker. I probably don't have. I probably won't have any. What do they call it? Frame. I probably won't have any frame of reference. If that, yeah, because I probably watched Joker, but not the Batman. Josh follows up with, if you want to see a really great movie with Joaquin What You Were Never Really Here. Much better than Joker. I've never heard of that movie. It's called What You Were Never Really Here. No. It's called You Were Never Really Here. I haven't seen it. I'll have to look into it. I'll look into it. I'll try and look into it. Much better than Joker. That's a bold statement. I'll look into it. I'll try and look into it. Quincy Bill says Giant Gonzalez just came into the Rumble, and Bobby Heenan said, "What is that?" Yeah, didn't Bobby Heenan actually say this guy's like 20 foot tall? He must be like 20 foot tall. Great stuff. Great memories. Rumble 93. Michael W. Kelly says, what is the best movie to enjoy tax day? The, the Shawshank Redemption or Robin Hood? I don't know. What is the best movie to enjoy tax day? The Shawshank Redemption or Robin Hood? Probably Robin Hood. I think I know what you're on about. I'll say Robin Hood. Just says, after seeing it 3 times, I can honestly say Pattinson is the 3 times. I can honestly say Pattinson is the best Batman. Keaton is now my second favorite. Without watching the movie, without watching The Batman, I can honestly say I don't. You gotta remember, you have to. I'm 41 years old. Yeah, I'm 41 years old. When Batman came out in 1989, I was 9, possibly 10, probably 9. To me, that was Batman. Yes, I used to watch the daytime TV with Adam West as Batman, and I loved it. As a kid, I loved Adam West as Batman. But to me, Michael Keaton will always be my favorite Batman. Robert Pattinson, yeah, I need to watch the movie. To have a informed opinion on Pattinson's performance as Batman and Bruce Wayne, because that's where some people, I'm not saying you guys, I would never do that, but some people do not understand, if you're going to be Batman, you have to be Bruce Wayne. And that's where Keaton excelled. Val Kilmer was pretty good. George Clooney was awful. He knows that. We all know that. Christian Bale was a fan favorite. Me, not a Bale fan as Batman or Bruce Wayne. But that's just me, you know? Quincy Bill says, LOL, yes, Bobby did. Yeah. The commentary for that, for that Royal Rumble. classic. Bobby Heenan is legend. Josh says, most grounded, realistic take ever. I wanted to hate it. I wanted to hate it too much, but I loved it. Well, that's good. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Josh. I'm so glad you enjoyed the movie, The Batman. Um, I'm probably never going to watch it. Maybe one day. I'm not sure. But I'm glad. excuse me. Excuse me. Josh, you watched it. You enjoyed it. What else matters? You enjoyed it. That's what counts. You enjoyed it. Josh said Ben Affleck is a close third. Haven't seen that. Batman versus Superman, yeah? Haven't seen that. Josh. Sorry, guys. I got a frog in my throat tonight. Josh says nostalgia is a very powerful drug. One of the most powerful. Quincy Bill says, I wonder if Charlie Sheen could sell a movie called The Bat Witch. I wonder if Charlie Sheen could sell a movie called The Bat Witch Project. Probably at some point. I think Charlie could have done that. Just says, I love Keaton as well, though. Bale is awful. Yeah, I'm not a big Christian Bale fan as Batman. Like I said before, I can't understand what he's saying. I mean, with Michael Keaton, we have not the best time to do this when I have a frog in my throat. I'm gonna give it a go. With Michael Keaton, we have. I want you to tell your friends about me. Who are you? I'm Batman. Now with Christian Bale, to me, it comes across more as everyone needs to know. Everyone needs to know. I'm Batman. So you understand why I had to put the subtitles on when I was watching any movie, all three. Actually, I haven't seen the last Christian Bale Batman movie, but the first two, when he's Batman, I can't understand a word he's saying. I had to put the subtitles on. We do. Quincy Will said Val Kilmer for life. Big Val Kilmer Batman fan. Josh says Batman vs Superman was awful, but Affleck did a good job. I hope so. Haven't seen it. Probably. It's a long movie. Yeah, it's like 2 hours and 30 minutes or something. I'm not sure I'm that invested in that storyline to watch it, you know? Uh, Quincy Bill says Wesley Snipes would be a great Batman. Oh, who knows? Maybe. Could be. I I doubt it, but he could be. Josh says I hated Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Batman and Robin was a absolute piece of garbage. Batman Forever with Val Kilmer. I didn't mind that. That's when Joel Schumacher took over the franchise. Yeah, Batman Forever, I quite enjoy. Batman and Robin, garbage. Josh says, yeah, Bow was over the yeah, Bow was over the top. LOL. At first, Josh, when I read that, when you said, yeah, Bow was over the top, I thought you were gonna do. I thought this was some kind of Jim Carrey Riddler lion in Batman Forever. When I think something like Jim Carrey as the Riddler is like was was that over the top? I can never tell. But when I read that, that's what I thought you meant. Quincy Bill says Batman Returns would always be my favorite. 1992. Great movie. Quincy, love that one. The only one I prefer, Batman Returns with Danny DeVito, Michelle Pfeiffer. The only Batman movie I think is better is 1989 Batman. Quincy Bill says, sorry, I meant about. Okay, Josh says, I hated Jim Carrey as Riddler. To camp. 1995, Jim Carrey was doing what Jim Carrey did. Do. Josh says, but I love Jim Carrey. Yeah, same here, man. Same here. Comic genius. And a very good actor. Josh follows up with Paul Dano was an amazing Riddler. Haven't got a clue who that is, Josh. I'm going to be fair and upfront with you and everybody else watching the stream. I haven't got a clue who Paul Dano is. Not a clue. Quincy Bill says, in my opinion, Jim Carrey was awesome as the Grinch. I've not seen the Grinch all the way through, but from what I've seen, he's very entertaining, you know. Just says, I didn't love Returns, but Batman 89 is a masterpiece. Yeah, I agree. Batman 89. I'm not sure if I'd call. I'm not sure if I'd call Batman 1989 a masterpiece, but maybe. It's certainly my favorite Batman movie. Tim Burton, Michael Keaton. I'm not sure if I'd call it a masterpiece, but it's very good. Sorry guys, I got a frog in my throat tonight, but I'm still here. Quincy Bill says Batman was based on cartoon characters. All these hero movies were. They, yeah, they just make them way too serious for my liking. Quincy, I kind of agree with that. Because I remember, I'm 41, I'm nearly 42. And I remember years and years ago. Now we have like Marvel versus DC. In my day, we actually did not know the difference. None of us did. We were like 10, 9, 10, 11 years old, yeah? None of us knew. None of us cared. But now, Marvel, DC, it's this huge, massive rivalry that frankly, back then when I was a kid, I didn't know. Now, I still don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm not emotionally invested in Marvel, DC. I I I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you who most of these guys are from. I couldn't. So when you say, yeah, Quincy, yeah, too serious on that length, I agree with you. Just says Paul Dano is the Riddler in the Batman. He was also amazing in There Will Be Blood. I haven't seen him, don't know him. Just says don't agree. Okay. Love it. Love it when you guys talk to one another. Like I say, I encourage that. We're building a great community here on Movie Chat More Part 2. And you guys are the best. Prince Will says that is fair. I'm just stuck in my old school. Always will be. Maybe to my detriment. Josh says campiness works in cartoon format, but in movies they have to try and bridge the gap between fans of the comics and regular movie goers. Quincy follows up with plus, I think, to introduce these characters to a new generation. I talking to Josh. That's okay. I'm going to read it out anyway. You have to make them more serious because younger don't remember the cartoons and origins. Interesting. This is great back and forth stuff between Josh and Quincy right now. Really, really enjoying reading this. Great stuff, and it's here. It's here. Movie Chat More Part 2. Just says, I'm 18, so I may have differing opinions. LOL. Josh follows up with, but I do love a lot of older stuff. Well, yeah, I mean, when Batman came out in the 1989, I'd have been, like I say, like 9, maybe 10 years old, and everybody was talking about it. Every kid at school was talking about it. Have you seen Batman? It was big. It was huge. I didn't see Batman until maybe when it came out on VHS, which would have been 7 months later. Absolutely loved it. Quincy Bill says, okay. Quincy Bill says, Josh, making me feel old. There we go. Yeah. Giving him my chips here. Oh, guys, I do have an announcement to make. I have an announcement to make. Don't let me forget. Quincy Bill says I was 5 when the original Batman came out in 1989. I was 9. Okay. I remember buying the trading cards. Yeah, remember them? The toys. It was a great time. It was. I mean, I was 9. You were 5. Yeah. No, yeah. Great times. Great times. I remember when Returns came out in 1992, and it was like a couple of years after they were still selling like the oh, the Penguin figure and the Catwoman figures, and obviously the Batman and Batman. Yeah, great time. Quincy Bill says movie. Quincy Bill says movie chat and announcements. Uh, yeah, it's there's something coming up. Hopefully, I can't see anything that's going to stop it. Um, there's something coming, and it, it should be this coming Friday, so a week today here in the UK. A week today here in the UK. It's something you guys are going to enjoy. I will tell you what it is very soon in this live stream. Josh says my eldest sister is 20 years older than me. So I generally like a lot of older movies because I'd watch DVDs and stuff. But I think when it comes to superheroes, they're more respected now. Respected. That's a big word. Respected. I mean, what I think about that is when it comes to DC, Marvel, like I say, when I was a kid, like over 30 years ago, we didn't give a shit. we really didn't give a flying fuck who was Marvel, who was DC. We didn't care. So when you say they're more respected now, what what I tend to what I tend to gather from that is they're more the superheroes. I don't think they're more respected. I think they're more maybe put on a pedestal. Maybe we got Iron Man, we got Batman, we got Man, we got Spider Man, we got Ant Man, we got. I don't think they're more respected. Well, I mean they could be. They could be. Superhero superhero stuff is not my thing. What I would say to that is yes, they could be more respected. But what I tend to feel as a person who doesn't really give a crap about any of them is, don't get me wrong, I like Spider-Man and the Tobey Maguire, the Christopher Reeve Superman, and the Michael Keaton and Val Kilmer Batman. So I like the superhero staples. I don't think they're more respected. I think fans now have gone one way or the other. It's either DC or Marvel. I haven't come across anyone. Maybe you guys can prove me wrong tonight. Maybe you guys can prove me wrong. I haven't in my life come across anyone who loves DC and Marvel. So I don't think it's a matter of respect. I think it's a matter of whose side are you on? Are you a DC man or DC lady or Marvel person? I don't think there's more respect. I think it's just got a little bit too serious. Why so serious? That's what I think. I don't think it's about respect. I think it's just got very, very, very serious. Oh, let's scroll up. I think I might have missed a couple of chats. I do not want to do that. Okay, Quincy is talking to Josh. Great stuff, great stuff. Yep. Quincy says you can't argue with their box offices though. Yeah, I can. Are you talking about like DC, Marvel? Yeah, I can make an argument about that because it all depends how many cinemas, movie theaters are showing the movies, and you know if you have one movie cinema chain 24/7 showing one DC movie, and you have another cinema chain that's showing a Marvel movie, but like only for like 5 hours every day, I can kind of judge it that way. I've heard rumors that does happen, but they're only rumors. So box office receipts, box office receipts, they don't mirror a great movie. Yeah. Joe says, what I mean is, other than Superman 78 and Batman 89, older comic book movies were seen as a joke, but nowadays we have more grounded superhero movies with better scripts and acting. Yeah, I would go along with that. Yeah, Josh. What I mean is, other than Superman 78, Christopher Reeve, Batman 89, Michael Keaton, older comic book. Yeah. I remember as a kid, repeats of The Incredible Hulk. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Lou Ferrigno as The Incredible Hulk, and I think maybe they do take themselves too seriously, but they do make money. They make money, and that's all Hollywood cares about. At the end of the day, that's all Hollywood cares about. Is money. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. Um, it's money. The superhero thing, like I said earlier, is gone way too far. It, like I said, when I was like 9, 10, 11, 12, and my friends and I were talking about Superman, Batman, Spider Man, not that it happened a lot. We didn't care about DC and Marvel. We we didn't care about box office budgets. And I'm not saying this is where Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, I'm not saying this is where they should stay. If you want to build up a more substantial Batman, then maybe Patterson is the way to go. Maybe Christian Bale is the way to go. But these are, how many people have played Spider Man now? Come on. There's so many different actors who play Spider Man. I love Tobey Maguire as Spider Man. After that, I completely lost interest. It, I do think, and I mean this in the utmost respect for you guys out there watching. You love Marvel or you DC. It's got too serious. In my humble, and I don't know. So this is a very, very humble opinion. I don't care. I don't give a shit. My superhero days were Chris Reeve, Michael Keaton, yeah, and then Toby as Spider Man, and that's basically where, for the moment, I ended. I can't include Joaquin Phoenix yet. I can't include Joaquin Phoenix as Joker because that's not what Joker, from what I know, from what I've seen, from what I've heard, Joker is not a movie like that. It's a very psychological horror. So I'm looking forward to watching that. That's the best way I can put it, guys. When it comes to DC and Marvel, I don't care. I'm so ill-informed, so misinformed when it comes to the superhero movies that are out today. I I can't. It's not my place to comment. It's not. I mean, 30 years ago, yeah, but now I don't know enough. My opinion, my opinion on DC and Marvel, and it doesn't really count for much because my opinion is very misinformed, ill-informed, uninformed. I just don't care. I don't care. DC, Marvel, who gives a shit? I just don't care. What do we have? Let's go down. See, we have the. So guys, I'm just getting the chat back in. Back in line. Josh says, but yeah, I'm not actually the biggest fan of the genre in general. I'm just making observations. Cool stuff. But I've always been a huge Batman fan. Like I say, I used to watch Batman with Adam West, and then Michael Keaton. This guy called Michael Keaton. Who who the hell is Michael Keaton? Quincy Bill says, "Be right back at 5. Have to walk the doggo." Okay, no problem, Quincy. No problem. Quincy, Quincy. Sorry. Josh says box office means nothing in terms of quality. Could not agree more. Josh, you have wrapped that up so well in such a small sentence. I can't even begin to add to that. Box office receipts. It doesn't mean it's a good movie. It just means a lot of people went to see it. So yeah, Josh, I totally agree. Totally. Josh says 70s Hulk or 70s Hulk? Oh God, I love the 60s Batman though. Adam West, yeah? Because that was supposed to be satire. Was it though? I mean, yes. I mean, I watched the Adam West TV series, the Batman Adam West TV series when I was like 10. So then it would have been even then it would have been like 25, 30 years old. If it wasn't supposed to be satire, and it was supposed, I mean, I didn't think it was. I'm thinking of the Adam West TV series through the mind of me when I was 10, and I didn't find it. I didn't find it satire. I mean, at 10 years old, I didn't. I didn't even know what satire meant. Watch it now is satire. Watch it back in 1990. Is it satire? I don't know. I don't know. Josh says, I don't think it's too serious in terms of tone. Something like Batman, I think it needs to be dark and gritty. Dark and gritty. Yep. I just think there's too many of them now. We have become oversaturated with it. So, in terms of that, I would agree. Yeah, there's too much. I mean, for someone like me who really doesn't care anymore, it's way, way oversaturated. It's too much. It's too much, you know? It's how many, I mean, this DC Marvel crap. I mean, how long has it been going? I mean, how many movies have they done in the last 10 years? We must be looking at over 100 movies. I mean, it's too much. Oversaturated is the best phrase. Josh says, by the way, if you ever want me to be a mod again, like I was on your other channel, I'll be happy to do it. If not, that's fine. Just thought I'd mention it. I appreciate that, Josh. One at the moment, I only have one mod on my channel. I think one mod, maybe two. Maybe two. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But thank you. Thank you very much. Josh says, yeah, yeah, Josh says, yeah, the Adam West show was intentionally parodying Batman, but people at the time, people didn't notice. LOL. Well, that was in the 60s, I believe. Were they? Was the? I mean, no. I mean, Josh, you obviously know more about this universe than I do. But was the Batman TV show with Adam West and was Bert Bert something Bert West or Bert West Bert Young? I don't know. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a parody. Josh says Joker was basically a remake of Taxi Driver. So if you like that, you'll like Joker. A lot of people say that, Josh. A lot of people say that. I haven't seen Taxi Driver. I own the special edition DVD of Taxi Driver with postcards inside the box. Haven't watched it yet. A lot of people do say that though. A lot of people do say that. It's basically Taxi Driver done again. Maybe I should watch Taxi Driver, then Joker. Maybe that's probably the best way I should do it. Josh says, yeah, Adam West said it himself. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting stuff. I did not know that. Burt Ward. Thank you. Thank you. I said Burt Young. Burt Ward, yeah. Robin. Quincy Bills, welcome back, man. Quincy Bills says, what is the opposite of Christopher Reeves? What is the opposite? I do not know. Christopher Walken. Okay. Josh says, I like Joker. But yeah, I'd say watch Taxi Driver first. I will. Will do. Do you know what? I will do. I will do. I say a lot of shit on on my channel. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch that. But I will not watch Joker before I watch Taxi Driver. I'm gonna watch Taxi Driver before I watch Joker. Take that to the bank. Yeah. No. It's fine. It's fine. Awesome. Chris. Yeah. Do you know what's funny? All I saw then was the word platoon. I'm gonna read. That's it. Quincy Battle says, and you'll watch them both before Platoon. Yeah, probably will. Because I have Taxi Driver special edition DVD that I did not order. They was it Amazon or eBay? I don't know. They sent me a DVD. I ordered something completely different, and they sent me a special edition Taxi Driver. And I will watch that, and I will watch Joker before I will watch Taxi Driver and Joker before Platoon. Josh says, also a great movie to check out is King of Comedy, my favorite Scorsese movie. I've heard of it, haven't seen it. My favorite Scorsese movie? Hats off to you, man. Hats off to you. Everyone's got their favorite Scorsese movie. You don't know. Oh, no. I will watch Taxi Driver before I watch Joker. And then after that, I'll probably watch Platoon and Wall Street. But I will watch Taxi Driver before Joker. I guarantee you. I'll tell you what, if I don't do it, if I watch Joker before, I know what you're thinking, or you can say anything you want. Well, yeah, but no, I've got too much respect for you guys to do that. I'm going to watch Taxi Driver before I watch Joker. I 120% I will do that. I will not watch Joker first. Quincy Bill says, I've never seen Platoon myself. I shall watch it this weekend. Hopefully you enjoy it. Good old Charlie Sheen. To do Quincy, follow us up. I'm very easily entertained, and will go to my grave saying Hot Shots is the best Sheen movie. That's fair enough. I mean, if yeah, when it comes to Charlie Sheen, I mean, with this tattoo and all that business, see that? I think you guys have seen it before. Winning. Hot Shots is your favorite Charlie Sheen movie? I'm not wearing my hat tonight. It's. I tip my hat to you, buddy. I tip my hat to you. If that's your favorite Charlie Sheen movie, tip my hat to you. Quincy Bill says Scorsese movies you have to clear your entire day to watch. Everyone is at least everyone is at least 7 hours. Yeah, you're right, Quincy. They're quite tiring. But I'm gonna yeah. Yeah, quite long, and they're quite in depth. Josh says, I love Hot Shots, but the best Sheen movies are Platoon, Wall Street, and Money Talks. Money Talks being Wall Street 2. Yep. At the moment, for free on YouTube is the Charlie Sheen movie 9/11. And I really want to see that because that was made after all the winning, and all that business. And there's another Charlie Sheen movie I want to watch called Charles Swan the Third. And that at the moment is free on YouTube. So I've got a lot to watch. Jeff says, oh, yep, I want to love Major League. I haven't seen that. Heard of it. Haven't seen it. Quincy says, I love Major League. Never knew Sheen was in Platoon. Never really heard of it. Okay. Quincy, winning. Quincy, yeah, super. Yep. The old. Welcome to my nightmare. Yep, the old Alice Cooper hat is still around. Josh says, I love how non judgmental you are when it comes to movies. Thank you, Josh. You'll be surprised how many people have blocked me for having a different opinion on a movie. LOL. A lot of toxic people on YouTube. Definitely. Josh, I appreciate what you say. Yeah, it is. It's a very toxic environment. But no, for me, it's everyone to their own. You know, like I said earlier on, when it comes to DC and Marvel, I don't give a shit. I couldn't give a crap. But I'm not saying they're bad movies. Like you say, not being judgmental. So yeah, it's fine, man. And yeah, cool stuff. Cool stuff, man. Cool stuff. Quincy Bill says, okay, you're talking to Josh. Great stuff. Great stuff. Great stuff, man. I gotta read it out anyway because I just saw my name. So Quincy Bill says that is such a good point, Josh. Even if Richard has never seen it or doesn't like it, he gives people their right to their opinion. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. That is so cool. That's so cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Josh says, in terms of Sheen, though, 2.5 Men, it's the best thing he ever did. He might disagree, but I love 2.5 Men. Whether he wants to admit it or not, yeah. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I do have this collection. I think you can see that 2.5 Men seasons 1 to 8. The real 2.5 Men seasons 1 to 8. It's top off here. There they are. The real 2.5 Men. One of my favorite shows of all time. And like you say, if Charlie wants to admit it or not, it is one of the best things he's ever done. Gonna put this back. I try and keep this safe. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Great chat tonight, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Really, I really mean that. Thank you so much. Yeah. Quincy says Gangs of New York is one of my favorite movies. Definitely my favorite Scorsese. Josh says, no, Money Talks is a comedy he did with Chris Tucker. You're thinking of Money Never Sleeps. Oh, you. Of course. Yes, yes, yes. Josh is right. Josh is right. Yeah. The sequel to Wall Street is Money Never Sleeps. Money Talks is a comedy he did with Chris Tucker. That one, yeah, Money Money Talks. Money Never Sleeps is the sequel to Wall Street, yeah. Just says I had the full set 1 to 12. Why would you bother after number 8? I should have brought I should have bought that one. I only watch 1 to 8 anyway. Well, there you go. There you go. I suppose it's good to have the entire collection, but I would never. I saw the first ever episode of season 9 and I nearly threw up. Quincy Bell says, as someone my same age, I still can't believe Richard hasn't seen Little Monsters 1989, Monster Squad 1987. No, I haven't seen them. Little Monsters, I don't think I've ever heard of. Monster Squad, I've heard of. Maybe one day Monster Squad will be on TV and I'll watch it. Just says, I wish they released it on Blu-ray. What, 2.5 Men? Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Quincy says, those are 2 really good movies. Childish, but good. Quincy follows up with Little Monsters with Howie Mandel, Fred Savage, 1989. Amazing. Little Monsters. I haven't seen it. No, I haven't seen that movie. There's quite a few movies I have not seen, but there's also quite a few movies I have seen. Where are we? Great chat tonight again. Thank you very much, guys. Just says, I think Charlie is a really underrated actor. I agree. I love to see him in more stuff. Well, like I said, there are 2 movies at the moment on YouTube for free. Charles Swan III and The Elevator, which is actually called 9/11. At the moment, they're on YouTube for free. I do want to watch the 9/11 one. Charles Swan III, maybe. Oh yeah, Charlie Sheen is a fantastic actor. Josh Gans, so Sean Connery is James Bond there. Josh. Let's see if I can read out the entire comment like that, yeah? Let's see if I can do that on purpose. I think Hollywood is kind of done with him. Or maybe he is done with them. Well, that's a loaded question. That's a loaded comment. There's obvious reasons, as we all know, as to why Charlie Sheen probably won't get the kind of work that he used to get. Live by the sword, die by the sword, yeah. But there is absolutely no denying Charlie Sheen is a fantastic actor. I love the movie The Wraith. I'm not sure if you guys have seen The Wraith. I know Charlie Sheen is not a big fan of that movie, but I am. Randy Quaid is in The Wraith as well. Well, Josh says my favorite 80s movie is either The Breakfast Club or Back to the Future. I love both. I would have to say, when it comes to 80s movies, when it comes to, yeah, Breakfast Club, Back to the Future, I would say The Breakfast Club. Because I always say this, I know Back to the Future was made in the 80s, some of Back to the Future was set in the 80s, but the majority of Back to the Future was set in the 1950s. But it's still an 80s movie. But most of the movie was set in the 1950s. So I can't say that's my favorite 80s movie. It's a great movie. But when it comes to the 80s, my favorite, I mean, there's so many. I mean, in 1984 alone, we have, what is it, Police Academy. Uh, in January, I think, January 1985, we had The Breakfast Club, which is in my top 5 movies of all time. You know, in the 80s, we had like, oh, wow, there's so many. E.T., uh, the 80s, to me, is the best movies ever got. I know afterwards some of my favorite movies, Jurassic Park 1993, Titanic 1997, but the 80s, I mean, with the 80s, we're talking like Beverly Hills Cop. There's so many. There's so many. Quincy says, again, it's another great one. Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984, will always be my favorite 80s movie. What a movie. I mean, what an absolute classic. I mean, again, see, 1984, Nightmare on Elm Street. Quincy says Charlie took so many drugs they had to ban him from Hollywood for a few years to restock. When I started to read that, Quincy, I was like, oh, but they had to ban him from Hollywood to restock. I like that. I like that. I like it a lot. Hey, Quincy, fellas up with I Spoke to You Soon. Nightmare on Elm Second. The Great Outdoors is my favorite 80s. Give me a second. This one. Let's see if I get the light right. The Great Outdoors. Dan Aykroyd, John Candy, the late great John Candy, comedy genius, great actor. Classic movie. Love this movie. Josh says it wasn't intended to be a loaded comment. I just meant that as much as I love Charlie to bits, let's face it, he's not the most reliable employee for obvious reasons. He hasn't got the best track record. But at the same time, I think he is too real for Hollywood. You know, when it comes to Two and a Half Men, when it comes to how Two and a Half Men season 8 ended. And season 8 was, most was like 21, 24, 24 episodes. Season 8, it was like 18, 19 episodes. I think what Chuck Lorre should have done is trusted Charlie Sheen. And I know that sounds stupid. Yeah, it may sound incredible. It may sound ridiculous. But I think in Chuck Lorre's infinite wisdom, he should have trusted Charlie Sheen. Because Charlie Sheen, that I don't want to call it a meltdown. I want to call it what Charlie calls it. It was a melt up. It wasn't a meltdown, it was a melt up. And Chuck Lorre and all the guys, I don't know all the guys, but I say Warner Brothers, he was basically treated like a piece of meat. So what they should have done, rather than cancel all the scripts that were never even written, what they should have done is give it a year, give Charlie a chance to come back after all the crazy Charlie Sheen's antics. And I think we would have had a 2.5 Men season 9 with Charlie Sheen. But Chuck Lorre, CBS, Warner Brothers, I believe, didn't want it that way. They gave Charlie Sheen lots and lots of leverage. They gave him lots of room. Clean your act up, Charlie. Clean your act up. At the time, Charlie Sheen was having such a fucking great time. He didn't care. But he would have cared. It's not the first time. When Charlie Sheen was ripped off with 2.5 Men, that's not the first time. That's not the first time this has happened to Charlie Sheen. Sheen has been down. Not to the. I know this is a very in-depth answer, but I think I owe it to you. You mentioned it, and I want to answer you. There's been quite a few times, long before the days of Chuck Lorre and 2.5 Men, where Charlie Sheen has gone off the rails. Not to the extent of winning off the rails. But it has happened. More than once. And whoever was hiring Charlie at the time always whoever it was, always gave him time to maneuver, to get back on track. Charlie Sheen is one of Hollywood's bad boys. And we all know that. Hollywood knew that. And they always gave him time to come back, sort himself out, get rid of the alcohol, get rid of the drugs, come back. Hey, we got Charlie Sheen. The mistake the mistake. I mean, they did, what was it? 9, 10, 11, four seasons of Two and a Half Men without him was so absolutely unnecessary. If they had waited, if they had been patient with Charlie Sheen, like so many other Hollywood producers have been, we could have had season 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe even 13 or 14. We could have had more seasons of Two and a Half Men with Charlie Sheen. They did not have the patience to deal with a guy like Mr. Sheen. And that's what it boils down to, guys. They did not have the patience. They gave him chances. Yeah, it's like, Charlie, where the hell are you, man? They did give they gave, CBS, Chuck Lorre, they gave Charlie Sheen several warnings. But they should have given him more time. Because it's not the first time, as they're fully aware of, CBS, Chuck Lorre. They know it's not the first time Charlie Sheen has gone off the rails. But in their infinite wisdom, they fired him. Yeah, so when it comes to my opinion on Chuck Lorre, Charlie Sheen, Two and a Half Men, CBS, that's where I stand. I mean, I could do a separate video about that. But at the moment, in a live video, that's where I stand. They did not give Charlie Sheen enough time to get himself back in order, to get himself back in shape. And like Charlie Sheen said, CBS, I'm going to rename it. What is it? CBS. CBS. Oh, someone in the chat will tell me. Charlie B. Sheen? No. Can't beat Sheen. That's it. CBS. CBS. Can't beat Sheen. Okay, what's in it? Josh says, to be honest, I'd rather see him in another sitcom. Nothing would live up to Two and a Half Men, but it couldn't be worse than Anger Management. The Anger Management was pretty crap. I remember when that came on, I really wanted to love it. I tried to love it, but it was pretty bad. It was quite awful. So yeah, I agree with you, Josh. Josh follows up with, I agree, Chuck should have trusted him. Had he given him time, he could have pulled through. Yep. I just mean his lifestyle could be seen as a PR nightmare to the big major film studios, hence him not getting a lot of work. Totally. Could not agree more with the end of your comment, Josh, and the beginning of your comment. Could not agree more. Yep. Chuck Lorre, CBS, Can't beat Sheen. But with the lifestyle, I agree with that too. He's done a couple of movies since, but they haven't really. They're kind of like independent movies, I think, like 9/11, Charles Swan the Third, and there was some kind of another comedy I think he did, but I don't remember the name of that one. So yeah, I totally agree with you. Josh says, but in terms of the whole Chuck situation, I think it was disgusting the way Charlie was treated. He deserved another chance. Could not agree more. Josh says he was used and discarded. I mean, yeah, I mean, totally. I mean, when it came to like seasons, when it got to like season 4, 5, 6, 7, and maybe not 8, but it was like, you're too fat, you're too thin, you're too fat, you're too thin. You know, and that's just the tip of the iceberg of what Charlie had to go through when it comes to Chuck Lorre and 2.5 Men. He was Charlie Sheen was a fucking workhorse for CBS, for Warner Brothers, for Chuck Lorre. Charlie Sheen was a fucking workhorse. And when things started to go the Charlie Sheen way, which they should have been aware of, they should have given him more time. Give him more time. But they didn't. And look what we ended up with. Josh says, if he wanted to argue that Charlie leaving was the best thing for him, then at the very least he should have ended the show altogether. Yeah, but he didn't, did he? That's what I'm on about. Chuck Lorre is when it comes to sitcoms, Chuck Lorre is a comic genius. But when it comes to Charlie Sheen, he had no idea. He had absolutely no idea how to handle Charlie. No idea. Josh follows up with, but to carry on without him, like it was nothing, shows how little he cared. Yeah, exactly. But to carry on without him shows how little he cared. Exactly. You hit the nail right on the head. He didn't give a flying fuck about Charlie Sheen. He never did. Never. Right from season 1. It was just a moneymaker. And it irritates me. It irritates me. It annoys me to this day the way he was treated by Chuck Lorre. Okay, Josh, final comment of the night. We're going 2 hours and 4 minutes. It's 1:25 a.m. here in the UK. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, all of you, for being here. I think Quincy has checked out for the night. Thank you, Quincy, for being here. And thank you guys for watching after the fact. Okay, so the last 2 comments of the night come from Josh. Josh says, same with the way Disney treated Johnny Depp. he made them all money and they threw him away like trash over seemingly uh, false allegations. Yes, I've seen following the trial. You're following the trial. Yeah, I'm not gonna make a massive opinion on that, the Johnny Depp thing. I'm not a Johnny Depp fan, but we'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens. When it comes to Disney, I don't know enough to comment. Josh says also Chuck knew what he was getting into. Yes, he did. That's great. That's a great Josh. Chuck knew. He knew what he was. Yeah, 2.5 Men, 2003. That show started. We all knew what Charlie Sheen was. God, it makes me. I'm gonna put a few episodes on. It's got me in the mood for Charlie Sheen and 2.5 Men. Yep, Chuck knew what he was getting into. It's not as if he was a Boy Scout before he hired him. Love that, love that, love that. Okay, yeah, Josh says, night, Richard, mate. Take care. See ya. Take care, Josh. Have a good one, yeah? Okay, thank you very much, guys, for joining in the chat. This has been Movie Chat and More, Part 2. Leave comments down below. I'd love to hear what you think about all of the. We've chatted about quite a few things tonight. Comment down below. The chat section is open, and I'll see you all again soon. And I really appreciate all the support, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers, guys. Bye.